Okay, we're back for more Pokemon Run and Bun. Gonna take on Tabitha today, is the plan. Maybe Maxie. I haven't looked at the Maxie fight too much. Um, I spent like maybe 2 minutes peeking at it. Um, Looked at this fight a little bit last time. So we're on new PB. We set new PB last run, got through the Meteor Falls Gauntlet. Made our way up through Fiery Path, Jagged Pass, Mount Chimney. At the top of Mount Chimney, we've got 2 fights to go. Tabitha and Maxie until the next level cap. So that's the goal, is to hopefully take those 2 fights on today, and then maybe more. I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling a bit better, not too sick. I don't have too much going on tomorrow. I gotta get a little bit of work done. Nothing more than like a couple hours, I'd imagine. And it doesn't need to be done super early in the morning. So potentially a late stream. I don't want to promise anything. But yeah, let's keep cooking up this fight. So this Torkoal, man, this freaking Torkoal. I tried finding ways to where I didn't have to pour a bunch of resources into this fight. I don't think there's a safe way to do it other than by using 2 rare candies on Donphan. I think it's my best bet. Donphan always beats this thing if I do that. The other line I looked at, and I didn't really play it all the way through, it's if I Screech with Bastiodon, I'm sturdy, so I never die. I go, I think Citrus Berry to heal out of Solar Beam range, unless it crits me on Earth Power. And then I bait either Flamethrower or Earth Power with this thing at -2 defense. Best case, I get Flygon in on Earth Power, but it doesn't super matter. I'm kind of just dodging double crit, and I'm dodging a burn, which isn't great. I do have to go Soft Sand with Flygon here if I did this route. So I'm dodging Full Health Explosion, which isn't super likely. I'd be dodging a potential burn on the switch, like a 50-50 into a burn. And I think double crit. Potentially 1 crit if it high rolled. So I'm using 2 mounts for Torkoal. That saves me 2 candies. It was the only other line that I could really find. Best case Flygon's at like 60 or 40%. I get Espeon random move. And I don't know if I have anything to eat Espeon Dazzling Gleam. I guess if it's not Weather Ball, I can maybe get back into Bastion and bait Weather Ball depending on HP. But it's a little shaky if I go back that way. So I think it's probably worth it just to use the 2 candies. I think there's probably too much that can go wrong, unfortunately. As nice as it would be to kind of save them. I've had a decent amount of deaths up to this point, so to minimize the risk on saving deaths, it's probably the right play to do. I didn't look at Maxie too long, but I don't think I have to pour a ton of resources into that fight. I've got 2 candies and 1 scale. I think I match up decently with Maxie's team. When I was looking at it, like Donphan, I think beats Crustle. I don't have to worry about rocks. I've got Honchkrow for Wobbuffet if I play around Shadow Tag. I've got the Shed Shell now, so I can use that to get out of there. I had something that beat Aerodactyl. I think Scizor maybe, or Lycanroc. I can't quite remember. Maybe it's, or Dreadnought beats it if I don't come in on Stone Edge. I think Musharna just beats Como-O with Moonblast. Since Dragon Tail is negative priority. I think Scizor beats Zarude. Kind of. Zarude's, I guess, a little bit shakier. I think there might be an angle to set up Tailwind on Wobbuffet too in this fight. And then Camerupt, I'm not too worried about. I think, who beats Camerupt? It might be think it's Gyarados because this is actually is not in the sun. I guess I have a few options. Like Kingaroo can swap in if it's on Earth Power. Gyarados can swap in if it is Earth Power. I'm not too worried, I think, about beating this team as much. But the Torkoal, I think the only way is to just use a couple of rare candies. It frees me up on slots. Potentially I'm not committing 2 Mons to... I think it's a decent line. It's not riskless. It'd be like 50-50 into burn is really bad. Or early boom. Or potentially a crit. But crit is a little less likely. A big 50-50 into high roll crit. So it could work. I kind of want to play this line all the way out. I'll play the first one out. And then I might look at that. If this first one's super clean, I might just go for it. And not waste a ton of time. I'm not sure what exactly the risk would be, but it's probably somewhere like in the 10% ballpark. I don't think it'd be more than that. But if it goes wrong, I would have to have a backup plan to kind of come in and revenge kill it. And not much does a ton of damage to Torkoal, especially when it has the Quick Claw still active. So at that point, I'd probably be dodging Quick Claw procs and things like that. Go Donphan. If I go to level 56, I never died to Solar Beam. And I don't have to use a gem here, I don't think. I can just go Soft Sand. Knock off turn 1, eat a Solar Beam. It's never Flamethrower, or it's super rare to be Flamethrower. So I guess if it is Flamethrower burn, then so be it. That has to be like less than 1%. It's 2 overlapping rolls. So I'm gonna like 1 in 1,000 maybe or something like that. I'm not gonna play around that. So I'm gonna knock off Eat Solar Beam, high horsepower. And I'm at like 18%. So I think it's SP on random move. So I guess a similar situation to that other line where we get SP on for random move. This time I've got 1 more Mon to work with. And I want to get Hodgecrow in on a Psychic, ideally. I think that's how I beat this thing with a Sucker Punch. It's got Life Orb as well. I just don't have anything that outspeeds this thing. So random move, it's Psychic, Fairy, and Fire. I feel like Azumarill takes this decently well. Psychic does so much if it's Psychic on the Switch, though. So Azu takes 2 out of 3, and I'm only dead to Psychic crit. If I go Citrus, I always get Psychic again, which is what I want. Bastiodon's going to bait Weather Ball. Never dead on the Switch. So I can go like Bastiodon into Azu. But that's taken up a couple of slots there. Gyarados lives crit, so Gyarados I guess would be a bit better than Azumarill. So if it's Psychic crit, I live and then I get random move again. So it at least gives me a chance. So I think Gyarados is probably my best bet. Unless I do something like, if I've got slots, I can go Bastiodon into Gyarados. would be ideal. Bastion is healthy 2 out of 3 times. And then Gyarados is always only taking Weather Ball and beating Psychic. So that might work if I got the spots for it. So I kind of like this Donphan lead. It gives me something to work with. Let's go just Gyarados for now. Or yeah, let's do the Bastion into Gyarados line. We'll see how this shakes out. So Bastiodon's health is going to depend. Could be at 50, 40%. Could be pretty healthy. Gyarados should be at 70. And then Honchkrow gets in for free. And kills with Sucker Punch. Honchkrow is going to bait out probably Victory Bell. Yo, what's good, Smoke? Good to see you, dude. Yes, sir. Happy Friday. Welcome in. Hope your week was good and ready for the weekend here. Kick back, relax, and do whatever else you got going on. Smoke, dude, we set a new PB yesterday. Beat Meteor Falls Gauntlet, so I'm pretty excited about it. And taking on Magma Admin Tabitha. Yes, sir. Let's go. I'm hype about it. So we're gonna take on Tabitha and then probably Maxi at least. I think today. I don't have too much going on tomorrow, so I kind of want to just like lock in for a little bit. That's where we are right now. Yeah, I got Honchkrow in, and I think it gets Victory Bell. I don't think Honchkrow can Tailwind on anything in this fight. So that's unfortunately not going to happen. I get Victory Bell for Gunk Shot or Sleep Powder. Just kidding, it's not Sleep Powder because I'm Insomnia. So if it's always Gunk Shot, I can get back into Bastiodon and bait Solar Blade Weather Ball. And I think I want to bait Solar Blade. Because I think my answer for this, it's... Salazzle is pretty good. It's not riskless if I get in on Solar Blade. Or even a Weather Ball. I guess it's still a bit spooky with Gunk Shot crit. If I get in on Solar Blade, I live most of the time though, even if it's Gunk Shot crit. Which I think is like a high crit move. No, it's just 30% poison. And it can miss too. I don't think I'm getting a future sight off on anything. I also looked a little bit. There's like if I lead Musharna and I click Yawn, I don't think I get anywhere with it. But if I go like Yawn, Future Sight, or like Future Sight Yawn, swap to Donphan, it just doesn't really work. I don't think. But maybe. I'm getting Donphan in on Flamethrower. And I'm like risking burn, I guess. And Donphan's gonna bait Espeon always anyway. And like Future Sight's not doing me any good into Espeon. So I get Gunky from Victory Bell. Yo, what up, mutants? Good to see you, dude. Welcome in. I saw I looked at it a little bit. I'm still cooking it up right now. I looked at it for maybe like 10 minutes before I went live, and I looked at Maxi for like a minute. So we're getting there. I saw were you live today with the same fights? Was it Tabitha Maxi? Yeah, okay. I thought I saw a few people, kind of in the same spot. How'd it go for you? I guess I get gunk shot here. It's never sleep powder, so I can go Bastion, and then Bastion usually gets Solar Blade. If it's a Weather Ball, it's probably fine. It's a little bit worse. I think I'm just dead to more rolls of crit from gunk shot at that point, which can also miss too, and it can go for sleep powder. I think. So I think Solazzo's pretty safe. As safe as I can get anyway. Sauce Book Sack, but lost SCAV to Miscook on Maxi. Oh, damn, dude. I've heard SCAV is awesome to use. So sorry to hear Wob claim that, unfortunately. Yeah, okay. Came in with the shadow tag and gotcha him. How's the rest of the box looking? So I can kill this, and Solazzo's potentially at full HP, or like 70% if I get a sleep powder. It could also be pretty low. Absol regular doesn't outspeed. So I think it's probably Armaldo for Earthquake Stone Edge. Looking pretty good. Got some delays for Surf Sim. Got you. Nice. I'm guessing you're like kind of just in Flannery's gym or just before it, maybe then. Because I want to say the gym fights aren't too far after Maxi. It's like those few trainers going down to Lava Ridge, and then you're kind of there, right? Jagged Path Gauntlet. Got you. Got you. I think that's kind of my plan for tonight. I'm not sure exactly how long I'll be live for, but I'm gonna do this fight for sure, and then probably Maxi. And I don't have a ton going on tomorrow, so I might keep going. I guess we'll see kind of how I'm feeling at that point. But that's the plan. Get through hopefully these two, and then I don't think I'll get through Flannery tonight. That would probably be pushing it if I had to guess. I mean, maybe the fights go fast. Just kind of play it by ear. So I get Armaldo, and it's never Stealth Rock at this point. So Stone Edge, Earthquake. So Gyarados is good to get in on Earthquake for an Intim. I can't get in on Stone Edge. I can also get Hodgecrow in to kill this thing after I chip it down if I get in on Earthquake. Barring rocks. So Weezing's a decent switch on Earthquake, but I can't get in on Stone Edge. So I kind of need something to get in on this thing. If Salazzo's healthy too. No, I'm probably taking too much from Leech Life to get back in. I think. Because if I like only take a Solar Blade from Victory Bell, and it either goes Sleep Powder or misses Gunk Shot. I've got Salazzle at 75, and I can take 3 Leech Lights pretty reliably. So I can get in on 1, Encore it for 2, Flamethrower on the 3rd, and then kill on the 4th. I always kill with Flamethrower through lefties. So I don't have anyone who gets a Leech Life right now. So like I can bring Musharna for that. But I don't have anything for Absol yet, I don't think. How do I even beat Absol? It's Gyarados maybe? But not really. I get an Intim off. -1. Maybe I think it might be Azu is my best bet for this thing. Yeah. And I'm only dead a double crit if I get in on Psycho Cut, which is a high crit move, so not ideal, but I might be able to. I guess if I'm baiting Psycho Cut, I can like get into Honchkrow. So I might be able to like get a play rough off with Azu, bait Psycho Cut, and kill with Sucker Punch from Honchkrow. Let's see. Donphan does well here too if I go the Bastion Flagon lead. I have Donphan for Armaldo. Because right now Donphan has like no HP. Bastiodon is. Oh, this is the Bastion into Gyarados pivot on SPM. So I can either risk a crit to not have to bring Bastion on, but I still kind of like a Steel type to pivot for Victory Bell. Also, Nidoking takes Gunk Shot and baits Solar Blade. Doesn't do great on Armaldo though. Stone Edge, Earthquake. Torterra's decent, baits Leech Life. Or Stealth Rock too. I think it's pretty likely Stealth Rock. Which would also be good to get into Salazzle on Encore. Sleep Powder from Victory Bell into Salazzle would be huge. Because otherwise, I don't have a lot that beats this thing that's not Donphan. I guess if I'm wheezing, I can afford to get in on 50-50 Stone Edge Earthquake. Because then it can still go for Stealth Rock if it doesn't see kill. I'm faster. So I can go like Wide Lens and get a Willow off. If I take Stone Edge crit into like burn, I'm only dead to double crit, assuming I hit the Willow. So Wheezing's okay. I can pivot like Wheezing into Gyarados to get Solar Blade out from Victory Bell too. So I take Gunk Shot there, maybe. I guess not really. Because then once I get a burn off on Armaldo, Gyarados, no, Gyarados doesn't quite win. Even with the burn, I don't have great answers on this thing. It definitely helps. It's still like Donphan. And at that point, I'm out of slots. I guess it's like bait Leech Life into Salazzle, which no one on this team baits Leech Life. I kind of want to ball out on that first lead. I feel like it might be okay. Either ball out there, or I think I don't bring Gyarados, or I don't bring Bastiodon potentially. And then I have, like, I kind of need to get Azu on this team. Does Azu beat this thing when it's burned? I just don't do that much damage. Unfortunately. So I might have to do the Bastion to Flygon lead. Bastiodon can still switch in on Gunk Shot with no health, with the immunity. It saves 2 candies, and it might even just be safer for Armaldo. Also, like, if I get Sleep Powder from Victory Bell, Salazzle can win. If I have someone who baits a Leech Life. So it's like Torterra and Musharna, I think, are the two that basically do it. Musharna's pretty useless outside of a pivot. Yeah, Musharna's not great.